Welcome, dear listener. Tonight's sleep story will take you into a small chocolate shop on a rainy city street. You don't have to listen closely tonight. 2 easy breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in again and breathe out. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. And when you're ready, we'll begin. Rain falls in a steady sheet. It slicks the sidewalks until they shine. Streetlights stretch into ribbons across the wet pavement. Halfway down the block, a small window glows. Not bright, not sharp, just warm light behind glass. A simple sign, a quiet little door. You step closer and hear the rain finding its steady rhythm. Your umbrella closes with a soft snap. Water beads and slides from the fabric. You reach for the handle. A small bell rings, gentle and friendly, and you step inside. Warmth meets your cheeks, a softer air. The scent is immediate. Cocoa, vanilla, a hint of toasted sugar. It's the kind of smell that asks nothing of you. Behind the counter, the owner looks up. She's in her 40s. Her hair is pinned back in a practical twist. There's a calm tiredness around her eyes. Not sadness, just the look of someone who has carried a day and is setting it down one careful piece at a time. Her name is Audrey. She wears a dark apron dusted with a fine haze of cocoa powder. On the counter beside her, a small notebook sits open. A pen rests across the page like a bookmark. Audrey's hands move with quiet confidence. She sets a tray down. She adjusts it by a ½ inch. She wipes the glass display with a cloth, a quiet squeak that fades quickly. Inside the case, rows of chocolates wait. Small domes, smooth squares, thin bars wrapped in paper. Some are speckled with sea salt. Some are brushed with a faint gold dust that catches the light when Audrey shifts. A little pot near the back lets out a gentle puff of steam. Not loud, not dramatic, just a warm breath in the corner of the room. 2 small tables sit by the window. Their surfaces are dark wood, polished enough to reflect the amber glow above. A few chairs, a coat rack. A woven mat by the door drinks up the rain from passing shoes. The shop feels carefully simple, as if the world outside is allowed to be busy, and this small room is allowed to be slow. Audrey offers a smile that doesn't rush you. "Good evening," she says. Her voice is low, smooth, a little husky from a long day. Take your time. You do. You let your shoulders settle as you step farther in. You hear tiny sounds now. The rain on glass. The quiet hum from a small refrigerator. The soft clink of a spoon touching a mug. Audrey turns slightly, and you see a chalkboard menu written in neat, careful letters. Hot chocolate, drinking chocolate, a small tasting plate, a few simple teas too. Nothing complicated. Audrey reaches for a kettle. She pours hot water in a thin stream. Steam rises and disappears. She sets the kettle down without a clatter. Even her movements seem to respect how late it is. She glances at the door again, not with impatience, more like a listener, as if she can hear the shape of the night in the rain. The shop is open a little later on rainy evenings, not because it's good business, because Audrey likes what happens when people step in out of weather. She likes the moment a person realizes they can stop bracing. She likes the way a warm cup changes a room. And when the last guest leaves, she writes. Not big thoughts, not perfect sentences, just small notes about small moments. A laugh, a choice, a quiet, kind word. She calls it her night notebook, a habit that makes the day feel finished. Audrey turns back toward you. Would you like something warm? She asks. There's no pressure in the question, only an invitation. You can feel yourself starting to slow down. And if your attention drifts for a moment, that's perfectly okay. You don't need to hold every detail. You can let the rain and the soft light do some of the work. Audrey waits as you look through the case. Your eyes move over chocolates with names you can't quite catch. You don't need to catch them. You don't need the right choice. Audrey seems to know that. She steps closer and sets a small plate on the counter. On it, 3 chocolates rest like little stones warmed by sun. Sometimes, she says, it helps to start small. Her hand gestures softly, a simple circle in the air. A tasting plate. Just a few. She pauses. And if you'd rather just sit by the window, that's fine too. In the corner of the shop, a small lamp glows near the window tables. The rain makes the glass shine like dark silk. A slow evening. A gentle place. Audrey moves back behind the counter. She begins to arrange a new row of chocolates, each one set down with a quiet care. She smooths a sheet of paper. She folds a corner. She ties a simple ribbon around a small box. A gift for someone, maybe. Or a promise to herself that some things can be done slowly. The bell at the door stays silent for a little while. Then it rings again. A late guest steps in with a damp coat and a tired exhale. She's in her late 20s. Her hair is tucked under a knit cap. Drops of rain cling to her eyelashes before she brushes them away. She hesitates just inside the doorway, as if the warmth is a surprise. Audrey looks up and offers the same unhurried smile. "Hi there," Audrey says. "Come in." The young woman nods. She closes her umbrella carefully. She hangs her coat on the rack. Her shoulders rise as if she's still carrying something heavy. Not a bag. A day. Audrey's voice stays soft. "Would you like to sit?" she asks. The young woman chooses the table by the window. She sets her phone down face up. The screen lights, then dims, lights again, dims again, a tiny, restless pulse. Audrey brings over a small menu, but she doesn't hover. She places it down like it weighs nothing. "I'm Audrey," she says. The young woman looks up. "Maya," she replies. Her voice is polite, a little thin at the edges, like she hasn't used it much today for anything gentle. Audrey nods. "Welcome, Maya." Rain taps the window beside them. Maya watches it for a moment. Her eyes follow the water's path as it slides down the glass. Then her gaze flicks to her phone again. Not because she wants to, because her hand has learned the motion. Audrey notices. She doesn't mention it. Instead, she asks, "Something warm? Or something small to taste?" Maya gives a quiet laugh that isn't really laughter. "I think," she says, and stops. She tries again. "I think I want to taste something." Audrey's eyebrows lift slightly, not surprised, more like pleased. "Okay," Audrey says. "Let's do that." She stands, and Maya's eyes follow the movement of her hands. Audrey doesn't rush. She opens the display case with a soft click. She lifts a tray. The chocolates sit in careful lines. Dark ones, milk ones, pale ones dusted with cocoa. Audrey brings a small plate and sets it down. Then she brings a tiny card, blank on the front. On the back, a few simple prompts are printed in small letters. What do you notice first? What changes as you wait? What stays gentle? Maya looks at the card as if it's unusual. Audrey speaks quietly. "Some people come in here to buy a gift," she says. "Some come in here because they're tired." Maya blinks. Audrey continues. "And some come in here to practice. Not practicing perfectly, just practicing noticing." Maya exhales. "That's..." she starts. Then she shakes her head. "Yeah," she says. "That's why I came." Audrey sets 3 chocolates on the plate. "One dark," she says. "One milk. One that's somewhere between." Maya stares at them as if they're a test. Her mouth tightens. "I don't know which," she says. The words come out quickly. Too quickly. "I'm not good at picking. I always feel like I pick wrong." Audrey sits across from her for a moment. Not too close, just present. "We can make it easy," Audrey says. Maya's eyes lift. Audrey points gently to the plate. "Choose the one that feels the most calming." Maya almost smiles. "That's not a real category," she says. Audrey's smile grows. "It is tonight," she says. Maya looks back down. Her fingers hover over the chocolates. Then she pulls her hand away, as if she touched heat. "I'm a video editor," Maya says, as if she needs to explain. She gestures vaguely toward her phone. "I work from home. I make things. I cut things together. I chase the right pace." She swallows. "And lately," she says, "I can't stop thinking about numbers. Audrey nods once. Views? She asks softly. Maya laughs again, a little embarrassed. Yeah, she says, and retention, and comments, and what the algorithm wants. The word algorithm lands between them like a heavy book. Maya's eyes look tired. It used to be, she says. It used to be fun. She presses her palm against her thigh under the table. Now it feels like I'm always hunting for the correct answer, the correct thumbnail, the correct length, the correct hook. She looks at the chocolates again. And even now, she says, I'm doing it. I'm trying to choose the correct piece. Audrey lets a gentle silence settle in. The rain fills it. A soft drum on glass. A hush on the sidewalk. Then Audrey speaks. Your brain is very good at doing its job, she says. Maya tilts her head. It's trying to keep you safe. It's trying to help you not miss anything, not fall behind. Maya's shoulders loosen by a fraction. Audrey continues. But sometimes, she says, the safest thing is to stop measuring. Maya's eyes flicker, hopeful, skeptical. Audrey taps the little card with her finger. Tonight, she says, you're not here to get it right. You're here to feel it. Maya stares at the card as if it's a new language. Audrey's voice stays slow. We can call it taste practice, she says. Maya lets out a breath. Taste practice, she repeats quietly. The words sound softer when she says them. Audrey slides a small mug toward Maya. Not hot chocolate, not yet. Just warm water with a thin slice of orange floating on top. A simple scent rises. Citrus, steam. It helps reset things, Audrey says. Maya wraps her hands around the mug. Her fingers are cool. She takes a careful sip. The warmth moves down her throat. Not dramatic, just steady. Audrey watches Maya's face as if she's listening to a story told without words. Maya looks down at the plate again. Her hand hovers once more. This time, she doesn't pull away. She picks up the milk chocolate. It's small, a smooth square with a tiny dot of sea salt on top. She holds it between finger and thumb. She doesn't eat it yet. She simply looks. Audrey nods. Good, she says, as if Maya did something brave. Maya's mouth twitches. It's silly, Maya says. It's not, Audrey replies. Maya brings the chocolate closer to her nose. She inhales softly. Her eyes close without meaning to. The scent is gentle. Cream, cocoa, a whisper of caramel. Maya opens her eyes. It smells like, she says, and stops again. She tries to find the words. Like a kitchen, she says finally. Audrey's smile is small. She says. A warm one. Maya looks embarrassed. I'm sorry, she says. My brain is trying to do a review. Like a food blog. Like rated out of 10. Audrey lets out a quiet, friendly breath of laughter. Your brain likes a score, she says. Maya nods. It won't stop, she says. Audrey leans back slightly. Then we won't fight it, she says. Maya looks up. Audrey continues. We'll give it a different job. She points toward the window. Let it count the raindrops. Let it watch how the streetlights blur. Maya follows Audrey's gesture. She looks out. The world outside is smeared with rain. Cars pass slowly. Their lights stretch. A pedestrian hurries by with a hood up. The rain keeps going. Audrey's voice stays close, but not demanding. And you, she says, can stay here with your senses. Maya looks back at the chocolate. She places it on her tongue. She doesn't chew. She simply lets it sit. Her shoulders lift slightly, then settle. She closes her eyes again. A small pause. Audrey waits. Maya swallows slowly. It's softer than I expected, Maya says. Audrey nods. What changes as it melts? She asks. Maya's eyebrows knit. She's concentrating, not on numbers, on something else. It's warm, Maya says, surprised. It's not warm like temperature. It's warm like a feeling. Audrey smiles. That's a good noticing, she says. Maya looks down at the remaining chocolates as if they're not enemies now. Her phone screen lights again. A notification. Maya's hand twitches. Then she stops. She doesn't touch the phone. She takes another sip of warm water. The steam brushes her face. Maya exhales. I came here on purpose, she admits. Audrey tilts her head. Maya's cheeks flush. I told myself it was a reward, she says, like I finished work. I earned chocolate. She shakes her head. But I didn't want it to be that. Audrey waits. Maya's voice softens. I wanted to taste again. Like really taste. Not just eat. Not just scroll. Not just keep going. Audrey nods once, slowly. That sounds wise, she says. Maya looks relieved to hear the word. Wise. Not productive. Not optimized. Just wise. Audrey reaches beneath the counter. She brings out a small wooden box with thin dividers inside. She opens it carefully. Inside are little paper slips, each one folded once. A simple habit, like the notebook. Maya leans forward. What are those? She asks. Audrey touches the box gently. Little prompts, she says. Nothing big. Maya smiles faintly. Like your card, she says. Audrey nods. Sometimes, Audrey says, people like to leave one for themselves. Something to remember when the night gets loud. Maya looks at her phone again. The screen is dark now, but the pull of it still lives somewhere in her muscles. Audrey seems to understand. She chooses one folded slip and places it near Maya's plate. Maya unfolds it carefully. The message is simple. Pick one small thing. Let it be enough. Maya stares at the words for a moment. Then she laughs, a little more real this time. "That's not how I live," she says. Audrey's smile is kind. "Not yet," Audrey says. Maya presses her lips together. Her eyes sting slightly, but not with tears. More like relief, like a knot loosening. She sets the slip down and looks at the chocolates again. She picks up the dark one this time, a small dome with a glossy surface. She smells it first. Her shoulders drop. She lets it melt slowly, like the first. This time, she doesn't apologize for the pause. Audrey watches quietly. The shop holds them. The rain holds the outside. Maya's voice becomes softer, as if she's talking to herself now. "I think," she says, "I forgot what it feels like to make something without thinking about how it will perform." Audrey nods. Maya continues. "I used to edit because it felt like building, like making a path through a mess. And then suddenly it was like I was trying to please a machine." Audrey doesn't react to the word machine. She simply says, "Your hands still know how to build." Maya looks up. Audrey's eyes are steady. "Your senses still know how to feel," Audrey adds. Maya's throat moves as she swallows. A quiet moment. Then Maya's gaze drifts, and she seems to slip into a memory. Not dramatic. Just a small door opening in her mind. She's younger, maybe early 20s. She's sitting cross-legged on a cheap apartment carpet, a laptop balanced on a pillow, rain on the window just like tonight. On the screen, a short video timeline, clips arranged like little rectangles of light. Beside her, a friend is eating something sweet, not fancy. Just a chocolate bar broken into squares. They're not talking much. They don't need to. The room smells faintly of cocoa and laundry detergent. Maya's fingers move over the keys. Cut, trim, move. Not for numbers, not for approval, for the feeling of the story, for the small click when it fits. Her friend breaks off a square of chocolate and holds it out. Maya takes it without thinking. She eats it without measuring. And she laughs at something on the screen. A real laugh. The kind that comes when you're inside the work, and the work is enough. The memory is quiet. It doesn't demand to be anything more than a warm little scene. Then it fades gently, like a light dimming. Maya blinks. She's back in the chocolate shop. The rain is still there. Audrey is still across from her. Maya exhales slowly. "I want that again," she says. Audrey nods. "Then we start with a small step," she says. Maya looks down at the prompt slip. "Pick one small thing. Let it be enough." She presses the paper flat with her fingertip. "One small thing," Maya says. Audrey smiles. "Just tonight," Audrey adds. Maya's phone lights again. Another pull. Maya looks at it. Then she turns it over, screen down. It feels like a choice, not a punishment. Audrey's expression stays gentle. "Would you like a hot chocolate?" she asks. Maya's eyes brighten slightly. "Yes," she says. "Please." Audrey stands. She moves behind the counter with quiet ease. She scoops cocoa into a small pot. She adds milk. She stirs slowly with a wooden spoon. The sound is soft, a tiny circle of liquid meeting wood. She heats it without rushing, not boiling, just warming. The way you warm your hands, the way you warm a room. The scent deepens. Chocolate becomes fuller, rounder. It slides into the air and makes the shop feel even more like a safe place. Audrey pours the drink into a thick mug. She sets it down in front of Maya with both hands. Maya wraps her fingers around the mug. Steam brushes her face. She takes a careful sip. Her eyes close. She swallows slowly. Then she opens her eyes and looks a little surprised. "It's really good," she says. Audrey smiles. "It doesn't need to be anything else," she says. Maya laughs softly. "Okay," she says. She looks out the window again. The rain keeps tapping. The streetlights keep blurring. And inside, Maya keeps holding the mug like it's a warm anchor. She takes another sip. She doesn't reach for her phone. She doesn't start a review in her head. Or if she does, it passes through without sticking. Audrey sits back down for a moment, not as a salesperson, as another person sharing the late hour. Maya's voice turns quiet. "Do you ever?" she starts. Audrey tilts her head. Maya searches for words. "Do you ever feel like you're supposed to have a reason for everything? Like if you rest, you have to earn it?" Audrey's gaze softens. "Yes," she says. Maya's shoulders drop. Audrey continues. "I used to do that all the time," she says. "I'd finish a long day and then I'd keep going. I'd clean. I'd plan. I'd try to improve tomorrow." Maya nods slowly, like she understands too well. Audrey taps her notebook sitting on the counter. "Then I started writing down what was already good," she says. Maya's eyes flick to the notebook. Audrey smiles. "Not what I achieved, not what I fixed, just what happened. One small thing." Maya looks at the prompt slip again. Then she looks at Audrey. "That's kind of," she says. She pauses. "Kind of brave," she finishes. Audrey looks amused. "Maybe," she says. "Or maybe it's just quieter." Maya takes a slow sip. The chocolate is thick, not too sweet. It sits warmly in her chest. Maya's eyes soften. "I think," she says, "tonight can be a senses night." Audrey nods. "A senses night," she repeats. Maya smiles faintly. "No optimizing," Maya says. Audrey smiles back. "No optimizing," she agrees. They sit for a while without needing more words. Rain, steam, soft light. Maya finishes her drink slowly. When she stands, she looks steadier, not magically changed, just slightly less tight. She reaches for her coat on the rack. She pauses, then turns back. "Thank you," she says. Audrey nods. "Come back anytime," she replies. Maya hesitates. Then she picks up the folded prompt slip. She looks at it once more. Instead of putting it in her pocket, she sets it on the table face up, as if leaving it there makes it more real. Audrey notices. Maya smiles, a small, shy smile. "For the next person," Maya says. Audrey's eyes warm. "That's kind," she says. Maya shrugs lightly. "It's also for me," she admits. Audrey nods. Maya slips her phone into her bag. This time, screen down. A small choice. She opens the door. The bell rings softly. Rain breathes in from outside. Cool air brushes in for a moment. Maya steps into the night. Her umbrella opens with a quiet snap. She walks away under the streetlights, a little slower than she arrived, and the rain keeps going. Then she hears it. Footsteps, not hurried, but purposeful. The bell rings. A man steps inside with a damp jacket and a careful, practiced posture. Early 30s, hair slightly flattened by a hood. He closes the door gently, as if he's trying not to wake the room. He pauses near the mat, wiping rain from his shoes with a slow, thorough motion, like someone who notices details, like someone who's used to preventing small problems before they become big ones. Audrey looks up and offers her quiet smile. "Good evening," she says. The man nods. "Hi," he replies. His voice is calm, but it carries a thin edge of tightness, like a string pulled just a bit too far. "I didn't realize you were open," he adds. "I stay open a little later when it rains like this," Audrey says. The man glances toward the window. The rain is steady, patient. He exhales. "That makes sense," he says. Audrey gestures to the tables. "Warm up," she says. "Take your time." He gives a small smile. "Thanks," he says. He chooses a seat near the end of the counter, not the window, close enough to feel included, but with space to keep his thoughts quiet. Audrey steps closer without rushing. "I'm Audrey," she says. "Evan," he replies. His hand lifts slightly, then lowers again. A half wave. Audrey nods. "Welcome, Evan," she says. Evan's gaze moves over the display case. He studies it the way someone studies a map. His eyes flick from one option to another. Dark, milk, hazelnut, salted caramel, a small selection of truffles dusted with cocoa. Audrey waits. Evan's brow tightens. He rubs his thumb against his finger, a quiet habit. "I'm not usually a chocolate person," he says. Then he stops, as if the sentence isn't accurate. He tries again. "I mean, I like it," he says. "I just don't." He breathes out. I don't know how to choose. Audrey's smile stays gentle. You don't have to know, she says. Evan looks at her. His eyes are tired, but kind. I always feel like I should choose correctly, he says. Audrey nods slowly. That sounds familiar, she says. Evan's shoulders lift in a small, resigned motion. It's my job, he says. I plan shipments, inventory, delivery schedules. He says it plainly, but the words carry weight. If I miss something, he adds, it ripples. Audrey nods again. A lot of people depend on you, she says. Evan's mouth presses into a thin line. Yeah, he says. He looks down at the display case again. And then I go home, he continues, and I'm still scanning. He makes a small gesture with his hand, as if flipping through invisible tabs. Like my brain is still checking. Audrey stays quiet. Evan's gaze shifts to the shelves behind her. Chocolate bars stacked neatly, small boxes lined in rows, everything in order. He seems to relax a fraction. I walked past, he says, and the smell just pulled me in. Audrey's eyes soften. That happens, she says. Evan gives a faint laugh. And then, he says, I got in here and I started thinking, okay. He points lightly toward the case. Which is best? Which is smartest? Which is worth it? He shakes his head. I can't turn it off. Audrey leans her elbows on the counter for a moment. Not close, not looming, just present. You've been practicing being prepared, she says. Evan looks up. And you've gotten very good at it, Audrey adds. Evan's expression softens a bit. He doesn't look proud. He looks seen. Audrey continues. But this, she says, gesturing to the chocolates, is not a supply chain. Evan lets out a breath that almost becomes a smile. Audrey's voice stays slow. There isn't one best answer, she says. Evan's shoulders drop a little. That feels... He starts. He searches for the word. Uncomfortable, he finishes. Audrey nods. That makes sense, she says. Then she reaches beneath the counter and brings out a small plate. On it, a few chocolates rest. Not labeled, not ranked, just there. Let's do something very simple, Audrey says. Evan watches her hands as if they're teaching him a new language. Audrey points to the plate. Pick the one that makes your chest feel a little calmer, she says. Evan blinks. That's not measurable, he says. Audrey smiles. Exactly, she replies. Evan looks down. His hand hovers, then he pulls it back. I'm going to choose wrong, he says, almost under his breath. Audrey doesn't argue. She just asks, wrong for who? Evan's mouth opens, then closes again. He looks toward the window. Rain moves in thin, steady lines. There is no audience. There is no score. Only the late hour. Audrey's voice stays soft. Tonight, she says, You don't need the most correct chocolate. Evan's eyes return to the plate. You need the most settling one. Evan swallows. His fingers reach again. This time, he picks up a small dark square with a faint sheen. He holds it like it might crack. Audrey nods. Before you eat it, she says, just notice. Evan's brows knit slightly. He brings it closer. He inhales softly. The cocoa scent is deep and clean, a little bitter, a little warm. Evan's shoulders loosen by a small degree. He looks almost surprised. It smells like my grandfather's workshop, he says. Audrey's eyes warm. Oh, she says quietly. Evan's mouth tightens, not with sadness, with recognition. He turns the chocolate between his fingers, then he places it on his tongue. He waits. He doesn't chew. He lets it melt slowly, as if waiting for instructions. Audrey sits back, giving space. The rain fills the pause. Evan breathes out. It's calmer than I expected, he says. Audrey nods. What changes as it melts? She asks. Evan closes his eyes for a moment. His face shifts from tension to concentration. It starts sharp, he says. Then it gets rounder. Like it softens. Audrey smiles. Evan opens his eyes. He looks at the plate again. His brain wants to make a system. He can feel it. Audrey seems to sense the moment. She speaks gently. If your mind starts building a spreadsheet, she says, you can let it. And then you can set it down. Evan laughs quietly. That's exactly what it does, he says. Audrey nods. It's trying to help, she says. Evan's gaze drifts to his hands. He rubs his thumb against his finger again. A small, constant motion. I always think one step ahead, he says. And then another. And then another. He looks up. And if I stop, he says, something will slip. Audrey stays calm. That's the story your job taught you, she says. Evan's expression softens. Audrey continues. Sometimes, she says, it's true. And sometimes, she adds, it's just habit. Evan swallows. The rain taps the glass like a metronome. Audrey gestures to the shelves. I can make you a drinking chocolate, she says. Evan hesitates. Then he nods. Okay, he says. Yeah. Audrey moves behind the counter. She heats milk slowly. She stirs cocoa in with a wooden spoon. No rushing. No boiling over, just warmth arriving in a careful way. The scent blooms again. Chocolate becomes air. Evan watches as if watching a ritual. Audrey pours the drink into a thick mug. She sets it down in front of him. Evan wraps his hands around it. Steam brushes his face. He takes a small sip. His shoulders drop more noticeably now. That's good, he says. Audrey smiles. It's meant to be steady, she says. Evan nods slowly. He takes another sip. He looks down at the plate again. He chooses another piece. This one, milk chocolate. He doesn't ask which is best. He simply lets it melt. His breathing slows, and then, almost without trying, his mind opens a small door into memory. A warehouse light, bright and cold. Rows of shelves rising like buildings. A clipboard in his hand. He's younger, newer to the job. He's standing beside an older co-worker named Carlos. Carlos moves slowly, not lazy, just calm. Carlos checks labels with practiced eyes. Evan is rushing. He points. He asks questions. Carlos answers, but not quickly. Evan feels heat behind his ribs, the feeling that something is wrong, that they're behind, that if they don't move faster, everything will collapse. Carlos pauses. He looks at Evan and says, in a low voice, "Slow is smooth." Evan blinks. Carlos nods toward the shelves. "Smooth is fast," Carlos adds. Evan doesn't understand. Not yet. Carlos takes a breath. He touches the clipboard. "Check one thing," he says, "then check the next." Evan tries. His hands stop shaking. His eyes stop darting. He starts to see what's actually in front of him instead of what might happen. Later, that phrase becomes a quiet anchor. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. Not a slogan, a permission. The memory is small, warm somehow, even under cold lights. Then it fades gently back into the shop. Evan blinks. He's holding the mug. Steam rises. Rain taps the window. Audrey looks at him without asking questions. Evan exhales. "I forgot that," he says. Audrey tilts her head. Evan smiles faintly. "A co-worker used to tell me," he says. "Slow is smooth." Audrey nods. "That sounds like goodnight wisdom," she says. Evan laughs softly. "It is," he says. He takes another sip. He looks at the plate again. This time, he chooses the piece that looks most comforting, not most correct. He lets it melt. "I think," Evan says, "I'm always trying to control the next problem." Audrey nods. "And tonight," she says, "you can practice choosing one calm thing." Evan's gaze drifts to the warm light overhead, to the neat rows, to the rain. "One calm thing," he repeats. Audrey's voice is gentle. "It won't ruin anything," she says. Evan's jaw unclenches. He finishes his drink slowly. When he stands, he looks lighter, not solved, just softened. He reaches for his jacket, then he pauses. He looks at the plate. "I'm going to take a small box," he says. Audrey nods. "Of course," she replies. Evan points gently to a simple assortment. "No labels," he says. "No, strategy." Audrey's smile grows. "Okay," she says. She packs a small box with steady hands. She ties a ribbon in a simple bow. Evan takes it carefully. "Thank you," he says. Audrey nods. "Sleep well," she replies. Evan hesitates. Then he says quietly, "I'll try." Audrey's eyes soften. You don't have to try hard, she says. Just rest. Evan nods. He opens the door. The bell rings. Rain breathes in again. Evan steps out into the wet night. His umbrella opens. His footsteps fade, and the shop returns to its quiet. The bell rings again. A woman steps inside with a tote bag hugged close to her body. Early 40s. Her hair is damp, curled slightly from the humidity. Her coat is simple. Her posture carries a careful kind of courage, like someone who walked into the night even while doubting they belonged in it. She closes her umbrella with slow hands. She looks around as if expecting to be told she's too late. Audrey looks up. "Hi," Audrey says. "Come in." The woman's breath lets go. "Thank you," she says. Her voice is soft, a little tired. "I'm Audrey," Audrey adds. The woman nods. "I'm Leah," she replies. Audrey gestures to the tables. "Warm up," she says. Leah chooses a table near the window, not right against it, just close enough to watch the rain. She sets her tote bag down carefully. It makes a soft thump. A notebook peeks out, a folder, pens. Leah's eyes flick to the menu board, then to the display case, then back to the window, as if choosing where to place her attention is a whole task by itself. Audrey approaches gently. "Something warm?" she asks. Leah hesitates. "I didn't plan to stop," she admits. "I had class," she adds, and her cheeks flush slightly as if she needs to justify it. Audrey's expression stays kind. "Evening class?" she asks. Leah nods. "Community college," she says. Her voice gets quieter. "I'm going back." Audrey smiles. "That's wonderful," she says. Leah's eyes widen slightly. Not everyone says that. Not everyone makes it sound simple and normal. Leah releases a breath. "It feels strange," she says. Audrey nods. "It can," she agrees. Leah's gaze moves to the chocolates again. "I saw the light," Leah says, "and the rain was getting heavier." She shakes her head gently. "I was going to just run to the bus," she says, "but my shoes were soaked." She gives a small, embarrassed smile. "And then," she adds, "I thought..." She trails off. Audrey waits. Leah looks down at her hands. "I thought it would be okay to sit somewhere warm for a minute," she says. Audrey's voice stays steady. "It's more than okay," she says. Leah's shoulders relax. Audrey gestures toward the display case. "Would you like a small tasting plate?" she asks. Leah looks uncertain. "I shouldn't," she says automatically. Then she stops. She looks at Audrey as if she heard herself. Audrey's expression doesn't judge. Leah's voice softens. "I mean, I'm trying to be responsible," she says. Audrey nods gently. "You can be responsible," she says, "and still choose something kind." Leah swallows. She looks at the chocolates again. Her eyes land on a pale piece dusted with cocoa. Then she looks away, as if she's been caught wanting something. Audrey speaks softly. "What was class tonight?" she asks. Leah's face shifts, a mix of pride and unease. "Basic math," she says. Then she laughs quietly. "It sounds silly," she adds. Audrey shakes her head. "It doesn't," she says. Leah's eyes flicker. She opens her tote bag and pulls out a small workbook. The edges are slightly bent. Sticky notes peek from the pages. "I work during the day," Leah says. "Front desk. Appointments. Phones." Audrey nods. "And then I go to class," Leah continues. "And everyone looks so young." The words land softly, not dramatic, just honest. Leah's gaze drops. "I keep thinking," she says, "what am I doing? I should have done this years ago." Audrey listens. Leah's fingers rub the corner of a sticky note. "I'm trying," she says, "but sometimes I feel like I'm late." Audrey's expression is warm. She glances toward the back of the shop, where a small pot rests near the stove. Then she turns back. "Can I show you something?" Audrey asks. Leah looks up. Audrey nods toward the counter. She brings Leah a small cup of water first. Warm, not hot. A simple reset. Leah wraps her hands around it. Audrey steps behind the counter and takes out a small metal bowl. She places it over a pot of gently steaming water. Not boiling, just warm enough to coax. She breaks a piece of chocolate into the bowl. It sits there, solid and stubborn. Audrey points. "This," she says, "is how I start a ganache." Leah watches closely. Audrey's voice is calm. "You don't blast it," she says. "You don't rush it." She holds her hand over the rising steam. "You warm it," she says. Slowly. Leah's eyes follow the chocolate. It begins to soften at the edges. A glossy line appears, then another. The center is still firm. Leah leans in slightly. Audrey continues. "If I try to heat it too fast," she says, "it splits. It gets grainy. It loses its smoothness." Leah's brow furrows, not with confusion, with understanding. Audrey stirs gently, a slow circle. The chocolate darkens, shines. It changes, but only because it has time. Leah watches as if watching a lesson meant for her. Audrey looks up. "Sometimes," she says, "it isn't late." Leah's breath catches slightly. Audrey's voice stays soft. "Sometimes," she continues, "it's just the warming stage." Leah's eyes glisten, not with tears exactly, more like relief. "The warming stage," Leah repeats quietly. Audrey nods. "Right now," she says, "you're getting steady. You're letting your brain remember what it can do." Leah looks down at her workbook, then back at the bowl. The chocolate is smooth now, glossy, ready. Leah whispers, almost to herself, "I keep telling myself I'm behind." Audrey shakes her head gently. You're not behind, she says. You're arriving. Leah's shoulders drop. A long breath escapes. The rain taps the window, steady and kind. Audrey turns off the heat. She sets the bowl aside. Then she brings Leah a small plate. 2 chocolates, nothing overwhelming. 1 milk, Audrey says. 1 dark. Leah looks at them as if they're permission. She picks up the milk chocolate. She smells it first. Her expression softens. It smells like, she says, and pauses. Audrey waits. Leah smiles faintly. My aunt's kitchen, she says. She looks surprised to have said it. Audrey's eyes warm. That sounds like a good place, she says. Leah nods. Leah lets the chocolate melt slowly. She closes her eyes. She swallows. Then she opens her eyes again, a little calmer. I haven't done that in a long time, she says. What? Audrey asks gently. Just sit, Leah replies. Just taste, not study, not worry. Audrey nods. That can count too, she says. Leah laughs quietly. Count, she repeats. Audrey's smile is small, especially for someone taking math, she says. Leah smiles, a real one this time. She takes a sip of her warm water. She looks out the window. The rain makes the street shine like dark glass. The shop's light reflects softly. Leah's voice turns quiet. I had this moment tonight, she says, in class. Audrey tilts her head, listening. Leah's gaze drops to her hands. The teacher asked a simple question, she says, and I knew it. Her eyes widen slightly, as if she can still feel it. I actually knew it, she repeats. And then, she adds, my brain said. Her voice gets smaller. Don't be proud. You're old. You're slower. You'll mess up. Audrey's expression stays steady. Leah continues, and I almost raised my hand, she says, and then I didn't. She swallows. I let someone else answer. Audrey nods slowly. That must have hurt, she says. Leah looks down. It did, she admits. Audrey pauses. Then she says softly, can I tell you something I notice about you? Leah looks up. Audrey's eyes are kind. You showed up, Audrey says. You sat down in that classroom. You opened the book. You tried. Leah's throat moves as she swallows. Audrey continues. And tonight, she says, you showed up here too. Leah's eyes flicker. Audrey's voice stays gentle. That's not late, she says. That's brave. Leah breathes out. In her mind, another small memory opens quietly. Leah is younger, not a teenager, an adult already. She's sitting at a kitchen table late at night, a toddler asleep in the next room. A cheap lamp glows. She has a workbook open. Fractions. She's tired. Her eyes blur. She hears the washing machine in the background, a steady hum. She tries to focus, but her mind is full. Work, bills, schedules. The baby monitor makes tiny sounds. She closes the book and rests her forehead on her arms. For a moment, she thinks, I'm not the kind of person who finishes things. Then she hears her child shift and sigh in sleep. A soft sound, and Leah lifts her head again. She opens the workbook. She writes one answer, then another. Not fast, just steady. That night doesn't change her life in a dramatic way, but it becomes a small proof. She can return, she can try again, even tired, even unsure. The memory fades. Leah blinks, back in the shop. Rain, warmth, Audrey's quiet presence. Leah's voice is soft. I think, she says, I keep waiting to feel ready. Audrey nods. Ready is not always how it arrives, she says. Leah smiles faintly. The warming stage, Leah says again. Audrey nods. Exactly, she replies. Leah finishes her chocolate. She wraps her fingers around the cup again. Her shoulders look looser now. The tote bag stays closed. No notes pulled out. No studying. Just a moment to be a person in a warm room. Leah stands slowly. I should go, she says, but her voice doesn't sound as reluctant as it did earlier. Audrey nods. Take a little warmth with you, she says. Leah looks at the display case. I'll take a small bar, she says. Something simple. Audrey chooses one wrapped in plain paper. She hands it over gently. Leah holds it like a small token. Thank you, Leah says. Audrey smiles. Good luck, she says. Then she adds quietly, not because you need it, because you deserve it. Leah's eyes soften. She nods once. She opens the door. The bell rings. Rain breathes in. Leah steps out into the night, holding her tote bag a little less tightly. Her umbrella opens, and she disappears into the wet street. The shop grows quiet again. Audrey clears the cup. She wipes the table. She returns the chair to its place. The rain keeps tapping. Audrey turns the sign near the door so it's easier to read from outside. Open in small letters. Not a shout, just a soft possibility. She checks the clock. It's late. She could close soon, but the rain is steady and her shop is warm, and sometimes the night brings one more person who needs somewhere gentle. The bell rings again. A man steps in with silver hair and a careful, easy posture. Early 60s. His coat is old in a good way, worn at the edges, softened by use. He closes his umbrella with practiced hands. He looks around the shop with appreciation, not like a customer hunting for the best deal, like someone recognizing a place where quiet lives. Audrey smiles. Hi, she says. Come in. The man nods. Evening, he replies. His voice is low and steady. I'm Audrey, she adds. He gives a small smile. Martin, he says. Audrey gestures to the counter. Warm up, she says. Martin steps closer and rests his hands on the counter edge for a moment. He looks into the case. He doesn't scan quickly. He simply looks. Then he nods to himself, as if he already knows what he came for. "I'm here for something I can melt," he says. "Something to stir into milk at home," Martin adds. Audrey's eyes soften. "That sounds cozy," she says. Martin chuckles quietly. "It is," he says. He taps the counter lightly. "I've been making a cup before bed," he says. "Not every night, but often." Audrey nods. Martin's gaze drifts toward the small pot in the back. He breathes in. "The smell does something," he says. Audrey smiles. "It does," she agrees. Martin shifts his weight. There's a small hesitation, like he wants to say more, but doesn't want to take up space. Audrey waits patiently. Martin clears his throat softly. "I work a few days a week," he says. "Repair shop." Audrey nods. "Fixing things," she says. Martin smiles. "Mostly small things," he replies. "Lamp cords, loose hinges, old radios people can't let go of." Audrey's eyes warm. "That sounds satisfying," she says. Martin's smile fades slightly. "It is," he says. Then he adds, "And also," he pauses. Audrey stays quiet, giving him room. Martin looks down at his hands. "They don't really need me," he says. The sentence lands softly, not bitter, just honest. Audrey nods slowly. Martin continues. "I retired from my main job," he says, "and everything got quieter." He looks toward the window. Rain slides down the glass. "And some days," he says, "I like it." He nods once. "Some days I love it." Then he breathes out. "And some days," he adds, "I feel thin." Audrey's expression stays gentle. "Thin," she repeats quietly. Martin nods. "Like my roll evaporated," he says. He laughs softly, a little embarrassed. "I don't want to be in the way," he says. "I don't want to be the guy who keeps offering advice nobody asked for." Audrey smiles. "That's considerate," she says. Martin shrugs lightly. "It's also safer," he admits. Audrey nods. Martin looks back into the display case. "So," he says, "milk chocolate. Something simple. Something that melts." Audrey opens the case. She selects a small bag of chocolate curls meant for drinks. Thin shavings. They look like dark ribbons. She sets them on the counter. "These melt beautifully," she says. Martin's eyes soften. "Perfect," he replies. Audrey hesitates, then asks gently, "Would you like a cup here too?" Martin considers. He looks toward the window tables. He looks toward the quiet chairs. Then he nods. "Why not?" he says. Audrey smiles. She begins to prepare a warm drink. Milk warmed slowly. Chocolate stirred in with patience. Martin sits at the counter and watches her hands, not in a demanding way, in an admiring way, as if watching someone do something well is soothing all by itself. Audrey sets the mug in front of him. Martin wraps his hands around it. Steam rises. He takes a slow sip. His eyelids lower a fraction. "That's good," he says. Audrey nods. Martin looks at the bag of chocolate curls. He taps it gently. "These are for me," he says, "and the cup is for now." Audrey smiles. "A good plan," she says. Martin breathes out. He looks around. The neat shelves, the small lamp glow, the rain. "I like a place like this," he says. Audrey tilts her head. Martin continues. "It feels like someone is still keeping a small light on," he says. Audrey's expression softens. Martin's gaze shifts to the notebook near the counter. "What's that?" he asks. Audrey glances at it. "My night notebook," she says. Martin nods slowly. "You write down what happened," he says. Not a question, a gentle guess. Audrey smiles. "Yes," she replies. Martin looks at his mug. He takes another sip. Then he says quietly, "I used to think my role was my title." Audrey listens. Martin continues. "And then my title ended," he says, "and I didn't know what was left." Audrey stays calm. Martin's voice stays steady. "Now I fix things," he says, "and it's nice. But it's not the same." He gestures lightly. "It doesn't feel like anyone is waiting for me." Audrey nods. "And yet," she says softly, "you still showed up to fix things." Martin's eyes lift. Audrey continues. "You still care," she says. "You still make a warm drink. You still choose something gentle." Martin's mouth tightens as if emotion tries to rise. Not heavy, just tender. He looks away toward the window. Rain taps the glass. Audrey's voice stays soft. "Sometimes," she says, "a role isn't loud. It's not a badge." Martin's fingers tighten around the mug. Audrey continues. "Sometimes it's the small way you do things," she says. "The steadiness, the care." Martin exhales. Audrey adds, "Even choosing good chocolate for your milk." Martin laughs quietly. "That's a small role," he says. Audrey smiles. "It's a real one," she replies. Martin looks down at his hands again. They are steady hands. Hands that can tighten a screw, smooth a rough edge, repair a loose hinge. Hands that can hold a warm mug without spilling. Martin's gaze drifts, and a small memory arrives. A kitchen table years ago. A child's toy taken apart carefully. A tiny screwdriver in his hand. His daughter is young, watching with wide eyes. The toy's wheels won't turn. Martin opens it slowly, keeping each little screw in a small dish so none will disappear. His daughter leans in. "Can you fix it?" she asks. Martin smiles. "I'll try," he says. He finds the problem. A small piece caught in the gears. He removes it gently. He turns the wheel. It spins. His daughter's face brightens like a lamp turning on. She laughs, a clear, delighted sound. She throws her arms around his neck. "Daddy fixes everything," she declares. Martin laughs too, not because it's true, but because the love in it is so pure. Later, he will not fix everything. Nobody does. But he will keep fixing small things, and that, somehow, will still matter. The memory fades softly. Martin blinks. He's back in the shop. The rain is still there. The mug is warm between his hands. Martin's voice is quiet. "I don't need to be the main character," he says. Audrey smiles gently. "No," she agrees. "You can just be a steady presence." Martin nods slowly. "A steady presence," he repeats. He takes another sip. His shoulders relax. He looks around the shop again. "I like that," he says. Audrey nods. Martin finishes his drink slowly. He stands. He reaches for the bag of chocolate curls. Then he pauses. He looks at Audrey's notebook. He looks at the little prompt slip resting near it. Pick one small thing. Let it be enough. Martin smiles. "That's a good sentence," he says. Audrey nods. "It's been helpful," she replies. Martin gestures lightly toward the notebook. "Write something for me," he says, then shakes his head quickly. "Not about me," he adds. "Just write what you saw." Audrey smiles. "I will," she says. Martin nods. "Good," he replies. He puts on his coat. He opens the door. The bell rings softly. Rain breathes in again. Martin steps out into the wet night, carrying his small bag of chocolate curls. His umbrella opens. He walks away slowly, as if he has nowhere urgent to be. And the rain keeps going. Inside the shop, Audrey stands behind the counter for a quiet moment. She watches the window until Martin's shape blurs into the streetlights. The shop is nearly done for the night. The air feels thicker now, not with noise, but with softness. Audrey begins the quiet closing routine. She dims one lamp near the window. She checks the door lock without turning it yet. She stacks a few chairs. She wipes the counter in slow, even strokes. The rain continues to tap the glass, and the warm scent of chocolate lingers in the air. Audrey moves as if she's smoothing the whole night flat, making it easier to put down. She glances once more toward the street. No footsteps now, just rain, just light, just quiet. Audrey turns the sign by the door. It flips with a soft click. Closed. Not a hard ending, just a gentle boundary for the night. She slides the latch into place. She tests it once. Then she lets her hand drop away. The shop is still warm, but the world inside has shifted into after-hours quiet. Audrey walks to the back sink. She rinses the last mug. Warm water. A slow swirl. She sets it on the rack to dry. She wipes the counter again, not because it needs it, but because the motion is calming, a steady back and forth, like smoothing a sheet before sleep. She checks the display case. The glass is clear. The trays are neat. A few empty spaces where chocolates used to be. She doesn't rush to fill them. She just notices. She turns off the small warmer. The steam fades. The air cools by a tiny degree. Audrey switches off one overhead light. The shop becomes softer. Amber near the window. Dim near the shelves. The rain remains the same steady sound. She takes her notebook from the counter. The cover is plain. The pages are slightly wrinkled from being opened and closed so many nights. She carries it to the small table by the window. This is where she writes when the day is done. Not because it's poetic, because she likes how the rain looks in the glass, how it blurs the streetlights into gentle shapes. Audrey sits. She uncaps the pen, and for a moment, she simply listens. Rain on glass, a distant car moving through wet streets, the building settling. The quiet, steady hum of refrigeration, the tiny click of the pen cap resting on the table. Audrey begins to write, one line at a time. Not long paragraphs, just small notes that feel true. A person who came to taste, a person who came to choose calm. A person who came to warm up and realized she is not late. A person who came to melt chocolate into milk and remembered that care is still a role. Audrey pauses. She looks at the words. She doesn't judge them. She doesn't edit. She just lets them be. Then she adds one more line. Tonight was quiet, and quiet was enough. She sets the pen down. She closes the notebook with a soft tap. She sits back in the chair, and in the dim light, she notices something small and comforting. A faint chocolate scent still in the air. Not sweet in an overpowering way. More like a memory that stayed behind on purpose. Audrey stands slowly. She walks toward the shelves. She checks the jars. Cocoa powder, sugar, vanilla. She twists the lids to make sure they're snug. She refills a small container of sea salt. She wipes the rim so it stays clean. She straightens a stack of napkins. She aligns them with the edge of the counter. Not because anyone will see, because she will. Because the shop feels better when things are set in their places. She turns off the last lamp by the counter. Now only the window lamps remain. Soft pools of light in the quiet. Audrey puts on her coat. It's a simple coat, dark, warm. She wraps a scarf around her neck. She slips her notebook into her tote bag. She checks her pockets, keys, phone, a small packet of leftover chocolate curls from an opened bag. She smiles slightly at that. A tiny treat for later. Audrey walks to the door. She pauses with her hand on the handle. Not because she's unsure, because she likes this last moment. The shop behind her still, the rain ahead of her steady. She turns the lock. One clean click. She steps outside. Cool air meets her face. Rain isn't loud. It's steady. A soft, continuous tap against her umbrella as it opens. The street is glossy. Lights stretch. Reflections ripple under her feet as she begins to walk. Her shoes make small sounds on wet pavement. A gentle rhythm. Not rushing. Not dragging. Just moving. The neighborhood is quiet. A few windows lit. A few curtains drawn. A cat-shaped shadow in one apartment window as someone moves inside their home. A faint smell of wet leaves from a small tree near the corner. Audrey walks past a closed cafe. Chairs stacked. A sign turned inward. She passes a bookstore. Dark inside, but the window display still arranged carefully. Even when asleep, the city holds small pockets of care. Audrey's umbrella tilts slightly as a breeze passes. Rain shifts direction for a moment, then settles again. She turns onto her street. Her building is old in a friendly way. A few steps up, a small entryway light. Audrey shakes her umbrella gently outside. Not a harsh flick, just a small release of water. She folds it and carries it in. The hallway smells faintly of soap and warm air. Her footsteps echo softly as she climbs the stairs. One flight, then another. She unlocks her door. The lock turns with a quiet click. She steps inside. Warmth meets her again. Not shop warmth, home warmth. A softer kind. Her apartment is small, not cramped, just contained. A tidy entryway. A pair of slippers waiting by the door. A small table with a bowl for keys and coins. A lamp in the corner that she turns on with a gentle touch. The light is warm, low. Audrey takes off her coat. She hangs it carefully. She takes off her scarf and drapes it over a chair. She changes into comfortable clothes, soft pants, a long-sleeved shirt. She washes her hands at the sink. Warm water. She watches it run over her fingers. Cocoa scent still faint on her skin. She dries her hands slowly. Then she makes one last warm drink. Not a full ritual, just something simple. Milk warmed gently in a small pot. A pinch of cocoa. A little vanilla. She stirs slowly. The spoon makes tiny circles. The scent rises again. Familiar. Grounding. She pours it into her favorite mug. A thick ceramic mug with a small chip on the rim. She likes it anyway. She takes the mug to the couch. She sits. She takes one sip. Warmth spreads. Not dramatic, just steady. Audrey's shoulders drop. She looks at the small room. A shelf of books. A folded blanket. A window with rain still drawing lines down the glass. Her body feels tired. Not in a hopeless way. In a finished way. The kind of tired that means you can stop now. Audrey sets the mug down on the coaster. She opens her notebook again, not to write more, just to read the lines she wrote. She lets her eyes move slowly over the words. She thinks about how each person walked back into the rain a little softer, not fixed, not solved, just softer. And Audrey feels a quiet gratitude, not loud, not sparkling, just a warm presence in her chest, the kind that says, tonight had small goodness, and that counts. If you're still listening, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to make meaning. You can let your mind rest where it wants to. You can let the rain be your lullaby. Audrey closes the notebook. She sets it on the table. She finishes her drink in slow sips. Then she stands. She turns off the living room lamp. She leaves a small hallway light on, a dim path to the bedroom. She brushes her teeth with quiet motions. She rinses the sink. She checks the door lock once, not anxious, just a habit that lets her relax. Then she moves into the bedroom. The room is simple. A bed with soft sheets, a small nightstand, a lamp that glows like a small moon. Rain sounds filtering in through the window. Audrey pulls back the blanket. She slips in. The sheets are cool at first, then warm. She lies on her back. She lets her hands rest on her stomach. She breathes slowly. Not a guided exercise now, just her own breath finding its natural pace. She thinks about how the night began, the shop lights, the first bell, and she thinks about how the night ends, quiet, warm, contained. Audrey turns onto her side. She pulls the blanket up to her shoulder. Her eyes grow heavy, and in the soft dark, she offers a final thought. Not a lesson, not a speech, just something gentle. Some nights, you don't need the best answer. You don't need the perfect choice. You don't need to be impressive. You can choose one small, calm thing, one warm sip, one gentle bite, one kind sentence you leave for yourself, and that can be enough to carry you into rest. The rain keeps tapping the window, steady, patient, like it will keep watch while you sleep. Audrey's breathing slows. Her shoulders soften. Her face relaxes. The day slides away without a fight. And if sleep is close for you, you can let it come. You can let your thoughts blur like street